Remember to smile. In the green room, so I'll bring her in with you.
Hello and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie, and I want to thank you all for coming in today. First of all, we want to shout out and say Happy Juneteenth to everyone. Um, Tonight we have a special guest. I am super excited about our guest today. Um, this right now, so I will spent this story. Y'all know Auntie, we're gonna make it make sense. And as we can say, out of respect for everybody, I tell them we're gonna address the issues. We are definitely gonna make it make sense. The young lady that I'm speaking with today is a part of a viral situation on TikTok right now. I was sent the videos last night, did not realize that I was really receiving the videos in the midst of all this going on. So if you type in TikTok, I'm pretty sure you've seen the whole situation with the MacBook, the breakup. It's a lot of stuff, but this is not why we're here today. I've watched a lot of comments. I addressed a lot of stuff when it came to the comments, but today we're going to pretty much give her an opportunity to tell her side. And it's not for me to take sides. It is definitely for me to make sense. So I'm going to introduce Miss Danielle, known on TikTok as I'm Greedy. Danielle, how you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right. So I know I told you, we done spoke. Um, I did get an opportunity to speak to you beforehand. I did tell you there were some things that I would address and then I wouldn't address. But before that, I do that, I just want to give you an opportunity to go ahead and just speak and just talk about what it is that you want, what you want to be known.
Well, for sure, I want people to know that I have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff that y'all are seeing on the internet is like truly not even necessarily true about me. But I'm really not the type to like, how can I say this? I'm not the type to like try to prove anything necessarily. But I don't like my name being bashed over some silly stuff, honestly.
And I do understand that because there is a lot of bashing, like I did say. There is a lot of bashing, a lot of accusations being thrown. I want to go ahead and let all my listeners know I did reach out to the other party in this, and they did not reach back out. So if she does reach out, she does have an opportunity to speak. I, for one, like I said, I did not look at the videos and think immediately. I didn't choose sides because I am a survivor. This is LGBT month. This is also, this is Pride month. This is mental health month. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to address from the video from what I got. Again, this is an open invitation. If anybody, if she's watching, if y'all watching, if she want to respond, I will allow her to speak. But I did have a couple of questions. I did know, and you know what I'm saying. And again, this is not to bash anybody. This is to bring light to situations that we do see in same-sex relationships that may or may not be taken as serious. In a relationship, I know there is a lot of toxicity that comes in same-sex relationships. I'm not sure if it's maybe because of more the emotional balance or whatever it is. But in the issue, I do want to ask. I'm going to ask this, and I told you we're going to address certain things. But when it comes to the kids, what do you want the world to know about the kids? Because people say, "Oh, you couldn't love the kids, you didn't like the kids, whatever." So can you please just address that for me as far as when it comes to the kids?
I can't really hear you. It seems like you're like talking really close. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I apologize. I was asking. I say when it comes to the situation, everybody is saying kids are involved. And I know we spoke and you said how you talked about the kids, so I feel like you should let the world know exactly how you feel about the children.
I do love them. I've been in their life for 4 years. Like I love them. I know that she came with them, so I would never say I love her and not love her kids. Honestly,
Okay. I do. And then so another issue, like I said, there was the allegations of cheating and some other things that took place in this relationship. And so I did want to tell you, like I said, I was gonna give you the option to speak out as far as everything that took place. Now, when it comes into the relationship, I asked you and I'm gonna ask you again, how has this affected you mentally?
I mean, honestly, at first when we was like first going through it, like I was like really sad, but now it's like I'm not sad about it. I'm more mad than anything because she really truly knows the type of person that I am, and the picture that's being painted is like I'm this evil person. So it kind of like I ain't gonna say it hurt my feelings, but it's just like damn, like really, you know?
I do understand. And another question I do have, when it comes again, because this relationship, like you said, she did come with children, so the relationship did come. How did having children inside of the household when it was like when y'all was dealing with stuff, how were they affected or how did it affect the relationship? Like, were you allowed to, if it was an issue with the kids, were you allowed to, separately do or whatever with the kids and then it was y'all did it together as a family or was everything just on her?
It sounds like you're talking close again. I'm sorry.
I don't know, I can't know this stuff. Try to mute your mic for me and feel that way.
You said try to mute the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, let me mute it.
Okay. The question I had asked, I was asking you, when it came to the relationship, like everybody, because the whole thing pretty much is everybody was saying there were children involved, kids was involved. My thing is this with the children being involved, because a lot of times, like I told you on the phone, a lot of times we want to put children in adult situations until the children are no longer can fend for themselves, I guess is what we want to say, or we use that. So when it goes into like a household, was it both of you all participating in the children, the raising of the kids, the discipline of the children, or was it like a one-sided thing all the time, or was it at least any time that you were able that the household was basically ran as a household, not just one person running it? Is my question for you.
I mean, essentially, like she made most of the decisions. Like I never disciplined her kids because at the end of the day, I know that I didn't birth them, and I can only pretty much tell them something, but I didn't necessarily like discipline them at
And
all.
okay. And then as far as relationship situations, again, like I said, I asked because when most people were saying about their children involved, I was expecting to be like real, real tiny kids, which don't justify nothing when it comes to the kids being involved. But how was it being in a relationship with somebody for the last few years? I think it was like y'all said about 4 years, and her children are basically like teenagers. So how was that in a household when I mean, and not to get deep in y'all business, but when y'all was having like issues, were the children involved when y'all were having like disagreements and things, or was this something that just
Well, honestly, we would argue sometimes in front of the kids, and I would tell her like, this is not something that we should do in front of them, but we did it anyway. Like I would always say like, hey, I don't want to talk about this right now. Let's just wait. But she couldn't wait, so we kind of just did it anyway.
you
But
say she couldn't wait?
yeah, she couldn't wait, so we kind of like argued in front of the kids. That's something that I didn't really want to do, but I'm not going to even sit up here and lie to you and tell you that we didn't do it because we definitely did.
So you would say that the relationship was just a toxic relationship that between both of y'all.
Yeah, we definitely both had some toxic ways.
And then to get a little bit off of the topic, is this the first relationship that you've been in that was same sex that was toxic like that, or have there been others like with toxicity in the past?
I've definitely been in a few toxic relationships. I just feel like I have like this, like I always, and this is not something that I'm trying to do, but for some reason, it's like I always find a girl that's either broken or that's going through something. I think I have a saver syndrome.
That too, but I'm gonna tell you something. Now we finna make it make sense. Thank you. Welcome to Make It Make Sense. You just stepped into the room with me. So listen, I was going to address that, and I do know that people that are there are people that a lot of empaths that attract people that are broken, and then there now I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna keep it. I want you to keep it 100 with me, because now we do have some people that will pray, and when I say pray on them, and it's not so much as it may not be an intentional thing, but the fact of you being able to be with somebody that's broken, because then you get the ability to fix that. Is that something that maybe you dealt with? Because I know me myself, I used to be that person. I felt if I dated you, I could fix you. So I was gonna make it be whatever it was in order to do that. So I might have endured some stuff because I did. I was in a couple toxic relationships myself.
I don't. Hold on. I'm sorry. Repeat that question. I'm sorry. I got off track.
I'm a
I'm so
simplify
sorry. I got
it.
off
Do
track.
you feel that you're toxic?
So many people like calling and texting me, and like I hear you, but it's like I'm trying to ignore this too.
Listen, tell them to tune in to the show. If they got any questions they want to know, tell them just tune in to the show. Everybody done had all night the call and text and inbox you. They done made responses. Now it's Auntie turn. Tell them my turn. But like me myself, I had to consider. I had to just be honest and take accountability for myself, and I had to admit to the world that yes, I had toxic behaviors. I was toxic. So do you feel like you're toxic?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm toxic. I feel like I'm too nice. I'm too loving.
Okay. So then I do have a like I told you it's gonna make it make sense. Now, like I said, I can debunk the situation. I don't know how long you've been employed, whatever, but I know speaking for myself, I was in contact with you while you were on the phone today, while you were in transit to work, while you were at work. So I do know that you are employed. I'm pretty sure that didn't just happen within the last 24 hours. Of me seeing the video that you became unemployed. So I do know that I can say that for one, I do know that you employ. I don't know what you contributed to in the bills, because I do see that a lot of people are now saying the reason that you responded in the way that you did was because she told you to leave and you didn't want to leave. Is that true or not true?
That's not true.
Do you want to address like any other issues, like what the final break was? Because I know she's addressed it. She's made videos. I know you started talking about some of it with the cheating and the stuff going on. I know you did address some of that in your videos, but did you want to speak on any of that? Because I told you it's open for whatever you feel comfortable speaking with.
Yeah, we can definitely speak on it. So, like, yes, we definitely were breaking up, but the thing was, you'll say we're broken up, but at the end of the day, you'll still want to,
Mhm.
do things with me. I don't know if I can say that word,
Oh yeah,
but
you can say whatever you want to, baby. We ain't got no filters, baby. Say what you want to.
okay,
You
well,
can tell.
we
You
were
can be
breaking
like,
up, but you told me, like, she pretty much told me herself that she can be toxic and she would still want to have sex with me. At first, when she did break up with me, I was like, okay, well, I do want this to work. I don't want to be without you. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I didn't say that, because I did. I mean,
right.
damn, I was in love with the girl. Like, we've been together for 4 years. This is a person that I seen a future with. So, of course, I didn't want to lose my relationship. Um, so, I mean, after a while, I pretty much was like, okay, well, I can't force nobody to be with me. So it is what it is. And I wasn't tripping. Like, it is what it is. But
Okay.
like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I said okay. I'm listening. Trust me, I told you I was invested. I want you to speak and get it out there. I'm listening. Go ahead.
I mean, like, before this whole situation even happened, we were literally talking about, we had filled out papers to move to a different spot with me and her name on it, so that we can basically both have our name on this situation. But when she left and went to Alabama and did whatever she did, she changed her mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna interject. So in Alabama, that's where the baby daddy live, right?
Yeah, they're from Alabama. She's from a small
Okay.
town in Alabama.
Okay. So I must just stop. If you just tuning in, just catching in, we are speaking with a content creator on TikTok. Right now, is everything in her life is being turned upside down, is being exposed to the world. So I felt personally, I didn't think that she would respond back to me, but I did reach out to her, not on some messy stuff, but for something just for her to give her side because I did notice everybody immediately took to the video that was put on TikTok. Again, if you want to, if you've seen the video, in this video, it was a very toxic situation. Items was broken, stuff was destroyed, and I understand that. But my thing was people, I do know you do have some people that are very toxic that will walk around and just destroy people that do stuff, people that literally go into people's lives just to destroy. But I always believe that we have to give people the ability to actually speak for themselves. And sometimes we have gotten so comfortable with making people feel okay with their other with toxic behaviors, whether we're pacifying it. And then when somebody responds to certain behaviors or they may lash out or do something to someone, then you sit around and you want to place a judgment card. And my thing is, we're not doing none of that over here on Make It Make Sense. I tell everybody, if the truth make you look bad, then you need to make better decisions. However, I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to speak out, especially when their feelings are involved. And in this situation, this is a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that is being spread across. Even when it comes to the kids, the mental effect. How you doing, Walter? Were you the male in the relationship? This sounds like everything we as men go through when women are done with us. I support you. All right, so there you go, Danielle. This is Walter. So Walter says, "Were you wants to know were you the male in the relationship?" Because it sounds like
I'm
everything that
definitely
they
not a
go through.
male, but I would say that I was the more dominant one. I'm not a male. I'm a female. I do not want to be a male. So, if you could say I'm the more dominant one, then yes, but definitely not a male.
Okay. All right. So as we said, okay, so yes, Walter, she was the more dominant one. She took on that role as I guess you would say the male figure, the more dominant figure in the household. And again, this is a situation where there are multiple parties that have been invited into. Like she mentioned it from Alabama because if you go watch the TikToks, it is the mentioning of the baby's father, who apparently I guess she went to go visit, and then once she came back, yes, y'all gonna see lightning strike. Y'all, I ain't afraid of too much, but I'm gonna jerk because I don't play with God. But we are sitting outside. Y'all can hear it about to come down. We are really like real deal sitting outside in the storm in Florida. This is what happens. It's hurricane season. Walter, how did the baby daddy get back in the door after 4 years? And there you go, Danielle. This one is for you.
I mean, obviously she wasn't gonna stop talking to her kid's father because they're their father or whatever. So I mean, he's always tried to get back with her, like always. It never stopped. Like since we started talking, when we first started talking, it was drama pretty much the whole first year with him. I mean, constant calling, changing his number, calling, stalking, moving to Texas to follow her, trying to fight me. She cheated on me the first year with him. I mean, it was constant. Um, but he had girlfriends, but he didn't. He just didn't care. He wanted to be with her, but she was quote unquote happy with me. So he just dealt with other women, but he never wanted to not be with her.
So do you feel like this? So this sound. I mean, and I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not gonna say do you feel because I'm just gonna speak for me. So it sounds like there was some like tag alonging going on, whereas it wasn't like some stuff was being allowed that maybe she should have cut. Walter said should have beat his ass. That's what we do. People check our women, and we are in their ass. That's Walter. So he said, listen, we ain't gonna promote the violence to beat the man. But I'm just gonna be honest. If we went into a relationship, and that's something else that I wanted to speak on because as I say, it was this topic covered so many different dynamics. Now, with you being in this relationship and you're in a relationship with a woman with children and y'all going through this whole situation, were you ever like did you ever feel as if like it was a threatening situation for you where you're actually having to deal with a man or a man being introduced into the relationship as like or did you feel that as even when it came to your health?
Your phone is breaking up. What did you say?
I said like did you when it came to this whole situation, like, did you ever think about it because it was a man involved? Her baby's father was being involved. And I know that could be like a him
It's
being
like a lot of static in the background. I don't know
hold
what's
on,
going
try to
on.
mute your mic again for me. See if you mute your mic, 'cause I'm not sure why it's static on this end.
Huh?
I said try to mute your mic. Okay. So what I asked was in the relationship, you know what I'm saying, were there any times
I
that
still can't hear you. It's like static. Can I like
I
leave and come
mean,
back?
I don't know, you might want to try that. You could where is the story on TikTok? I want to watch it.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, try to go. You see if you the issue with the line. Um the story. Yeah. So the story is actually on TikTok. Is lady it's Danielle and what is it? Hold on, let me go back to let me think of the name. Is Lady K and Danielle or Juicy Lips 91. So if you just type in MacBook, MACKBOOK, the viral story right now, because in the middle of everything being torn up and stuff happening, the children's MacBook and some stuff was destroyed. So if you go and look it up, Walter, it's Juicy Lips Cooking with Kayla. So the ex-girlfriend's name is Cooking with Kayla. And then the person that we're speaking to right now, her TikTok handle is I'm greedy. All right. So yeah, that's so we're actually speaking to Danielle. We're speaking to the person that was accused of actually causing the damage in the household. Went through. We do understand there was some issues. Maybe she's gonna try to get back in. I understand there's some static, some stuff going on right now. But we were live with her. Wait, she back. All right, so I just asked, I had simply asked, did you feel like it was any threatening moments or times knowing that you was dealing with her child's father and he seemed to be like displaying some unhealthy behaviors? I don't know. Can you hear me, Danielle?
Barely. It's staticky. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get it back right working. Just give me a second.
All right.
Say something.
You can hear me now? Because I don't know if it's my line because of the weather.
Yeah, because I really can't hear you. It's just nothing but static.
Well, let's see.
Hey, and we are here with Danielle. It was not Danielle's service that was bad. It was Auntie's service that was bad. And hopefully Auntie will come right back here. And there's Auntie right there.
Yeah, I'm back. That was my fault. I hit the button trying to make sure it wasn't my line. So that was my fault. Is that better?
I can hear static still, but I can hear you a lot better.
You hear me a lot better. It might have been me because the storm just started coming down now. So It could have been my line messing up. But what I was asking was, knowing that you was in a relationship with a female, and she had, because I saw the other video where you said you'll never date another woman with children or with a baby father. Did you mean that?
I absolutely meant that.
So, all right. So it's storming here. So that maybe the yes, though it was because I just had to shut it off and come back in, and she was able to hear a little bit better. Um. So now that you've been affected in this relationship, how has this affected you and your dating in the future? So now that you say you'll never date another woman with kids, would you ever move back into a space, or would you ever go into a relationship? Like, because I've seen that you said like in the beginning you were taking care of her, and then when it roles reversed, it was like didn't want to help or whatever went on. So can you see yourself being in? Are you looking for another serious relationship, or do you even think that's going to be possible after all of this?
I mean, honestly, I've dated a woman with kids before her, and it's like kind of similar to this situation, but I think this one is worse because, like, whenever she did what she did, it was like I did it, so what? Fuck it, you get what I'm saying? And get the fuck out. So, I mean, honestly, right now, I'm not even focusing on dating no one. I just want to get back to myself and make sure I'm good for the most part for these last 10 years. And this ain't even really nothing to do with relationships, period. Like, I've been trying to put everybody first before myself. Like, everybody. Like, I always try to help everybody. Just try to make sure that everybody's good, but I never look out for me. So I just feel like at my age, like I'm kind of done with that. I just need to focus on myself. And I mean, if the right person come, they come, but I'm not even thinking about that. I just want to get myself together. You know, I'm working on me. I just finished school and I'm gonna go back to school because I want to just like live a good life. And if somebody come along, it is what it is. But I'm not focused on that.
And I definitely do understand that. After coming out of my situation, I did stay single for a good amount of years, and I do know that me now dating the person that I am now and the person that I was is two different people. So I won't tolerate a lot. I won't deal with a lot of the nonsense and the BS. But I do understand of allowing a person to overstay their welcome. So I do understand that. But I do wish that I wish you all the best. I pray to God that, in this situation and everything that goes on, that there is a silver lining. The whole situation when it comes to the kids, I know that this did affect the children. I would like to speak to them, but I'm pretty sure, she probably not going to respond back or whatever. I really wish that she would, but
And I just want to say this, like, I don't want to come on here and like, I don't want her to think I'm bashing her because at the end of the day, I was with her for 4 years and I definitely loved her. Anybody that's been around me, they know, like, hey, I'm in business about her. You know what I'm saying? And it was the end of the road for us. Sometimes people grow apart or just we wasn't meant for each other, and that's fine. But I don't want to just make it seem like I hate her
I
because at
understand.
the end, at the
So
end of the day, at the end of the day, you gonna do what you want to do. So
exactly. So
yeah.
Walter has a question. So Walter did go over and watch the video, and he says that he saw the video, and he wants to know, was she honest with the baby daddy about being in a relationship with you?
Um, he definitely knows about me. He actually is in a relationship himself. That's the crazy part. So they're pretty much sneaking around.
So with them sneaking around, but do you think, because I understand what Walter was asking, and I thought about it myself, because maybe she's like telling him certain things like the same thing with you, but it comes to, oh no, I'm not messing with her no more, or no, it's not this no more, and then he found out like she's telling her like you say she was saying about y'all moving and going and moving together, and then it would come back with no, I'm not gonna do it. So do you think maybe she was telling both of y'all the same dream?
I just feel like, cause I seen some things, and I feel like she was basically, she really wants to be back with him from what I've seen with my own two eyes, and she's basically falling back in love with him, but she kind of want me around so I can be like a babysitter. She want to keep me around for the stuff that he can't do.
Okay, so okay, so she want her cakes and she want her cake. Cause to
Yeah,
say cake and eat it too, you don't get your cake unless you're planning on eating it. But she wanted her cake 2 times. So you feel as if she just basically was stringing along 2 relationships, and you was the babysitter, and then you was her fun toy whenever she wanted it.
I feel like, me personally, I feel like I was her motivator, her babysitter, and things like that. But she wants someone that's gonna provide for her all the way. And I definitely provided certain things for her. But at the end of the day, like, it was an option. This is not something that I had to do.
Okay, so
She go ahead, I'm sorry.
all right, so you have a response from Zoe. And Zoe is the host of Speak That Shit that comes on every Thursday at 7 o'clock on BFAM. But so his response is, I'm gonna tell you this and be straight up. Majority of women that have baby daddies will let them come back from time to time with the right conversation.
Yeah.
Walter says she is treating you like a side hoe. That's some bullshit. You are better off without her once the hard hurt goes away.
Like, I'm not hurt over her, like, at all. Like, I've dealt with that. You get what I'm saying? It definitely hurt me to know that we're not gonna be together, but I've dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? It
Right,
is what it is. At this point, I'm not hurt. Like, I was hurt. I'm not gonna sit up here in front like, oh, I'm just a tough person. Nah, man. Like, I got feelings too. You know.
right.
But at this point, I'm over it because I'm starting to see things for what they truly are. I just feel like you used me to try to get over your baby's father, because when we got together, I didn't even know. Matter of fact, it's not even her baby father; it's her ex-husband. I want to be
Right.
correct with this. Her ex-husband. I didn't know that they had just just broken up. I didn't know this because I
Wait a
didn't know
minute.
this
So she
girl.
entered into a relationship with you while she had just broke up with him.
Yeah, from what I know, I didn't know this at first.
Oh wow.
I mean,
So this whole
eventually I
relationship
found
started.
out.
Oh
Hello?
wow. I'm here. No. I'm here. I was just saying, wow. That's a lot. So bring the comments back up. So allegedly, so what is it? Walter says what you did to that house was a lot of hurt. Laugh out loud. And those say, and they make us seem like we're wrong when we address it. And that's the thing right there. At that point, I do want to say this. And this is not to justify anybody's behavior for whatever took place allegedly, whatever damage was done, whatever took place. This is what I want to say, and I'm going to address this, and I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart. And y'all know y'all, I'm going to tell y'all to make it make sense. No one has the right to go in and destroy, do any of that stuff. However, let me say this. Y'all have to stop normalizing people playing with people's feelings and emotions and then telling people how to respond. You don't get to do that. Y'all do not get to tell people how to respond to hurt and pain. You don't get to tell people how to respond after you done did something to them. You don't get to manipulate situations. You don't. And that's for whoever it's for. At the end of the day, if it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. And the fact that, like, with all that men, your baby daddy still involved. She gonna do this, she gonna do that. Like that's just insane.
And I just want to say this: when it came to paying bills, I definitely paid pretty much most of the bills. You know what I'm saying? She never gave why stuff was the way it was. Before she showed a screenshot of our bills being $2,600, I can explain this. So she wanted to go to a trip in California. She got invited somewhere, and it was last minute. And she really wanted to go. I was like, okay, well, I'll get you a ticket. You know what I'm saying? I help you out. I got you. You know what I'm saying? It got canceled. She came back, but I was like, you know what I'm saying? You might as well make a day of it. But if you look on her TikTok, it seems like, oh no, she just did it.
Oh, I definitely saw the trips, and I
And
even went way back to. I found an account that y'all had. I think it was way, way back when y'all was happy and traveling to all different places. So I did. I went back and looked at a lot of the stuff that went on. Y'all did a lot of traveling.
as well, I literally, I can't recall, but I think it was like maybe $1,800. I might be lying though. I don't want to take this as fact. It was between 12 or 1,800. I ain't looked at it, but I had just gave that to her to go give to them. But I could be lying though. I gotta go back and look. But I for sure gave her money to take care of it, at least most of it.
And then the other thing is because you are addressing the whole financial aspect of it. We said, I know you addressed that you were taking care in the beginning of the relationship, and then it kind of you fell off a little bit, and then you got back on. So, did you want to talk about that?
We definitely can. So I said this several times before. I had a job previously before I got with her, and COVID happened, and I didn't want to risk myself. And it was a with the type of job that I had, it was a lot going on, and I had to deal with a lot of people. So I ended up resigning from that job, and I've been doing hair. Before I had braids, I had really really long hair. I combed my locks out because I wanted something different. And I've been doing hair for a long time, but I never took it serious. But I started getting a lot of clientele, like enough clientele for me to actually pay all my bills with, like a lot of clientele. Like in Houston, people know me. You know what I'm saying? Like I got clientele. So I went ahead and just like, okay, well, let me just take a chance on myself. And I took that chance on myself for 5 years. But I realized, at a point, like it was slowing down. So I took the initiative, like, okay, well, it's slowing down. I'm older. I need to do something with myself so that I can build a better future for me. So I went to school. And after that, I was like, okay, so I went to school and I got a job because I was like, okay, I need a job because I can't be going to school and doing hair. I'm really cutting off half of my hair money because I'm going to school. So I was just like, okay, well, let me get a job too so that I can kind of make it make sense.
And that's what we do. Make it make sense. But most definitely, we're gonna make it make sense. So, is there anything like that you won't like? I mean, to just to get off because I'm pretty sure you finna deal with this for a little minute before they find another viral story or something to go on too. Like, do you have? Is there anything that you would say to anybody out there that may be dealing with a situation like this or going into that? What advice would you give somebody that may be dealing with something similar to this?
I would say, like, before you get with somebody, study their backgrounds. Like, see the first red flag and leave. Like, when certain people are used to certain things and they don't have, like, similar backgrounds, not even similar backgrounds, but, like, if they, how can I say this? I don't even know how to say this without sounding crazy or mean, but you just you gotta check out their whole story before you get fully engaged. Because if
Absolutely agree.
you don't check out their whole story, like you could run into a red flag later on down the line that you could have like avoided.
That is absolutely 100%. Listen, I'm gonna zoom in. 100% accuracy. Y'all know we gonna zoom that in so y'all get that. You have to. You definitely have to. If you watch any of my old shows, go and check them out. You'll see I talk on that a lot. Accountability, being able to be the person that you show up as. So I don't want to hold you too much. I know you just getting off. You doing your thing at work. You headed to your job, your next job. So so Zoe say he tell you to go listen to JT Money.
Who is that?
See, she don't even know who JT Money is. Y'all got to tell her what JT Money say though. Bitch better have my money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my other non-existent job that I have.
Right, right, right. Well, I pray that you keep your head up.
Man, I'm
Um,
good.
we know that this whole situation, maybe she'll respond. I do know that you're probably gonna get some responses because again, I went live and a lot of people tuned in to the live. Last time I checked, we was at like 2,800
I don't,
with the response
I
because
don't, I don't want her to think that I'm bashing her because
oh no 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 baby,
it's
I
not even
addressed it
that.
and told her this was nothing about bashing her, but the same way that she was allowed to tell her story, her side, and by her posting that video, that literally eliminated you from being able to share your side because everybody got a pre-notation of what was going on, regardless of if they've been watching, y'all lives and stuff. People actually got to see that photo, so they automatically judged you. And I don't feel like that was fair. So that's why I wanted to reach out to you and give you the option, to come out and speak on what was going on because true enough, nobody knows what went on behind closed doors.
I just feel like you have to know a person to actually like take their side. If you don't know someone, sometimes you should just actually shut the fuck up because I truly know her. You get what I'm saying? I
Right.
know her and they don't. Like I know her
Exactly.
100%.
And that's
So
again why I came and reached out to you. It said the guilty one always show things to make them look like the victim. And there it is. And I told you, baby, you was gonna get some love over here. You have to make it make sense over here with the family. Um, yeah, it says whole problems ain't no problem. Let that motherfucker go. So that's JT Money song. Whole problems ain't no problem. Um, but I do want to thank you for sharing this story, for coming on here. I know that's probably a lot to do, especially with everything going on. I don't want to hold you up too much because I know you got to get to your second imaginary job.
yes, my second American Air job.
But I will be reaching out in the future. I told you I'm gonna send you some information over dealing with broken LGBT relationships once we leave up out of them. I do, like I say, so hats off to you. Again, if she wants to speak out, she has more than welcome. She has opportunity to speak out. Interested in hearing her side of the story. Not just that video.
Okay. Well, thank you
Not
for
just the
reaching out to me,
video.
and I hope you stay blessed.
We really appreciate it. Make sure you stay with make it make time.
All right.
Well, thank you. I will reach out to you again later on. Thank you for tuning in today. And I pray that you have a blessed week and hope that the next time we see you, it'll be more
I
positive.
hope so. I'm all about positivity, guys. We gotta keep it positive. No negativity over here.
All right. Do you want to give out your information so they can, if they want to follow you or whatever, you can go ahead and tell them where they can reach you?
Uh, if y'all want to follow me, it's a lot going on over there. Uh, I'm greedy on TikTok. Same thing on Instagram or FabAsD. FABASZDEE. Y'all can follow me if y'all want to. I don't care. I don't really do social media, so whatever.
Look, well, thank you so much. I'm greedy. And speaking of that, I need to know how you got in with them restaurants to be going and trying out their food because I did look at their food and I am greedy. So I might have to come down there so you can show me where the restaurant spots that I need to go check out at.
For sure.
So when I'm in Texas, that's what we're gonna do. All right. So before I leave and get up out of here, that was Danielle. I'm greedy from TikTok. I do want to discuss something before we leave up out of here, and y'all make sure that y'all tune in at 7. Y'all stay tuned at 7 for Speak That Shit with Zoe. Um, I do want to address this briefly. The issue, the young lady in Georgia that carried the baby, um, it was told to us that a couple days ago, Miss Adriana Smith, that the child will enter into the world. I'm not going to say was born into the world. I'm not going to say that because I am going to say this before I leave off of this show. Miss Adriana Smith's family, my condolences to you all. And I'm addressing this because I am a black woman. I gave birth to a black woman. I came from a black woman. And this is not just about being a black woman. This is for all women in general, all women. I'm telling you right now. This right now, what was done to a black African American woman, and I'm saying this on Juneteenth. What was done to this woman is insane. It's unethical. And however, I understand when people are telling me about what they've been able to do. If we think back to Henrietta Lacks, if we go all the way back to the beginning with Lucy, I'm just telling you, we are a science experiment, and I really feel like this is insane. I have watched, and again, I was going to address them, but that other story came to me first. There is a nurse that is on Instagram that is commenting about harvesting people and telling us that we don't understand if we have never harvested a person before. I promise you, my love, I promise you, none of us plan on harvesting. That is not our intention. The fact that you can sit here and say that you are fighting for our rights is even more insane. What we have now witnessed is that we are no longer needed in this world. They have now shown us that they are able to replicate and duplicate a human, and they are able to force us and use our bodies. They are able to use our bodies to bred babies and bring them into this world without parents. The fact that they even have laws or about this abortion, about the that you would literally force a woman's body to continue on through a pregnancy when there is no life. The whole purpose of a pregnancy, when we have a pregnancy, the mother and that child is bonding. The mother is bonding. His mother is feeding this child. So this child is being fed artificial source from the beginning. This woman, it has been gone. This lady was brain dead from February. We are now in June, and you are telling me they said that they did a C-section. No, baby, you did an autopsy. And let's make it make sense. Let's call it what it is. I'm not finna sit up here and sugarcoat it. I'm not finna pretend like it's not happening around me. I'm not gonna do that for nobody. Nobody. What we have witnessed and will be in history books because as we've seen, they're erasing what was in the history books, so they do need something to replace it with. The fact that this young lady, this beautiful young lady, I have a 30-year-old daughter, and I want to think they said she was 28, 29. I have a 30-year-old daughter. To know that if something would have happened to my child or someone that I love, to force my child to lay on a bed when there is no more life. I can't grieve my child. I can't even go and put my child to rest. For a person to make a decision for a child to be brought into this world because they're telling me about an abortion law. They're telling me about past the 5 week law. This child has now been born into a world that what you have put on this child will ever be the remembrance of a mother that was not here, but a child that was forced to be born. This child will be a reminder of separation. This child will be a reminder of the BS. So I don't understand that maybe y'all didn't get it. When y'all was trying to erase history, the smartest thing to do would have been if you was gonna erase it, you shouldn't have did no bullshit to put in there. You shouldn't have did no bullshit for us to fill in the voids with because now you erasing stuff that a lot of people didn't even know about or we didn't discuss it because we have people that they don't speak about. But you gonna real deal do something like this in the age of technology where we already know because we have people walking around here and y'all know I be calling them my light skinned folk. Some of y'all done lost y'all mind. Matter of fact, some of y'all ain't never had one. But if there's a woman that's walking around in this day and age that feels that anything that was done that was a fight for anything is insane. It's insane. There is nothing that we could be fighting for that would say to force a body to go through an autopsy because it is not considered a C-section. A C-section is when they make a cut into a person that has a feeling. They give them medication to stop them from feeling the pain. There was no medication that was given to this woman because that woman was no more. I feel sorry for her family. I feel sorry for the child. I do. I feel sorry for this situation. I feel sorry for the state of Georgia. I feel sorry for all the states that's coming behind it. I feel sorry for the people that are sitting around here that still have not made it make sense with everything that is going around. I don't like to get in on the political stuff. I hate doing it, but I will. I will definitely make it make sense. I definitely will make it make sense. What are we going to do now when you are in a world where they are forcing babies to be born in a space where there may not be anyone to take care of those babies? How you doing, Show Out? I see you made it in. How you doing? I truly want to thank everybody, each and every person that tuned in today on Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Listen, I do. Y'all continue to send me stories. I will reach out and I will do what I can to get y'all in. If you are looking for any customized branding, please reach out to Smooth Transitions Design LLC. Contact us today for a free consultation. We'll show out himself. Give your business a new look. And trust me, the looks are great. Everybody, if you ain't did it, you might want to jump on in here and get yours in. I am getting ready for a personal branding. I will be doing it. I'm actually gonna go. I'll be going live a lot more. But we are doing the Make It Make Sense with Auntie branding you. I do have a ebook that you will be able to purchase. I will be doing recording today. That's why you see me like this. So I will be recording today for the ebook. If you are interested in purchasing the ebook or the course, you can always reach out to Auntie. Make It Make Sense with Auntie. I am your mentor. I am your host. When life gives you lemons, of course, you always want to make it make sense because everybody don't want lemonade. I tell y'all that all the time. If you are a business, if you have a brand, if you are an artist and you are looking for sponsoring to be a part of our sponsorship program, if you would like to do advertising and if you would like to be a guest on the show, you can email me, contact me, and we will definitely do that. If you would like to be give us the donation today, you can go ahead and send it over to AUNTI79 on Cash App. Trust me, that's what keep our shows going. I appreciate each and every person that does make donations. The money goes towards the shows. It goes towards helping people in the community. It goes into purchasing things for the kids, for other people. It goes into feeding the homeless. So when I get the money, I always spend it and give it back. So if you would like to, I'm saying if you would like to send us over a donation for Make It Make Sense with Auntie, you can do it on Cash App, AUNTI79. I will be setting up a wish list on Amazon because we will be putting together some kits. Some Make It Make Sense kits for the communities. They will be able to be shipped out. They will be able to be sent here locally. So if you are interested in being a part of this program, this is for at-risk youth, kids, teens. If you are, if you're dealing with something, if you have same-sex, LGBTQ, like it is for any and everybody. Is not there's no limitation on it. I just want to be able to help everybody. If you missed the show, you definitely want to go and tune back in. If you didn't catch the videos, you want to go on my page and check them out. Go on TikTok. I'm telling you, go look up I'm Greedy, and you will see the viral video that has taken over the internet right now with the destruction of the house. So yeah, you definitely want to tune in. Y'all want to go and watch the videos, and y'all will see what the response was for. Yeah, it's definitely a show out. We see Mr. Show Out in the building. His first week at 50. That's why we wasn't here last week. Happy belated birthday to Show Out. He celebrated the big 50 on last Friday, the 13th. So we were out hanging. Happy belated Father's Day to everybody because we didn't get to say that to you all. But yes, and this is Juneteenth. I truly thank everybody that tuned in today. Make sure y'all stay tuned for 7 o'clock at with Zoe speak that shit with Zoe. And y'all definitely y'all definitely want to make sure that y'all tune in tonight at 11 at BFAM News. I will be there at 11. I told you y'all get to go to bed with me. You can go to bed with me. Listen. Right. So make sure y'all tune in tonight at 11. Stay tuned at 7 for Speak That Shit with Zoe. Then after that, you guys are the worst. Tune in, catch me at BFAM News at 11. I am your girl, Make It Make Sense with Auntie. If you have not subscribed on YouTube, you definitely want to go subscribe on YouTube. See, I be trying to tell y'all, I'm finna go over there and do some stuff on TikTok. If you never know where you're gonna find Auntie at. I'm everywhere. We want to make sure that we reaching everywhere. We going everywhere. So listen, go over there and get me on TikTok. Is AUNTI_mem, same name on YouTube. Make it easy. Yes, make it make sense. And y'all know I'm your girl Auntie Chris. Make it make sense with Auntie. Y'all definitely have to make it make sense. If you have anything that you want to discuss, if you would like to promote your business, if you would like to promote your music, y'all reach out to your girl Auntie. I promise you, we is going places. Thank you to all that have tuned in. We were over 220,000 that tuned in, and I am so very grateful that you all tuned in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.